on, everybody? Resale Rabbit here. So, I did a video a couple weeks ago and brought in 3 million views. That's right, 3 million views. Whoa, that is trippy. So I have my phone doing the live video and I have it on my computer here and there's a little bit of a lag. And anyways, so I did 3 million views and I am so excited about that. I went viral and I'm going to do a live Q&A discussing it, and we're going to talk about some things. Now, first off, I probably didn't actually have 3 million views. I think most of those were just my grandma showing the video to people at the senior center, but no, I'm kidding. My grandma, bless her heart, is 81 years old, does not know how to use a computer, but I bet if she did, she would show it to 3 million people. Anyways, so I found this today. This is a printout because on a live video with my phone, I can't show you a screenshot. We're very low tech here in Rabbit Land. Holy crap, the comments coming in. So, in a group, I'm not going to say which group, but in a group, this was posted. I am not going to say who posted it. I'm making it sound like it's something bad. It's not. This is what he says. He says, this channel, which is linked below, is in the same niche as me, and from what I can see, it's gone from 30,000 to nearly 90,000 subs in the last 30 days. I believe it was even at 20,000 a month before that. But why? Why are these Amazon pallet videos getting so many views? I just can't figure it out. Bad thumbnails, low upload frequency, bad production, bad tags, not really optimized at all. And he goes on from there trying to figure out why the video went viral. And Mr. Anonymous, and just in case you're wondering, I blacked out, he tagged the admin of the group, trying to keep his privacy relatively, private. So, to answer your question, I have no freaking idea. I have no clue why that video went viral. I really don't. All I can assume is the word unboxing might have done really well. I did look in my analytics and I can see most of the traffic came from recommended videos, but it's really cool how much it was recommended. There are people, I don't share to my friends and family that I'm on YouTube. In fact, most people I know don't even know that I have a YouTube channel. And so many of them are like, holy crap, I saw you on YouTube. I've had customers come in and say, hey, I saw you on YouTube. But the craziest one of all, a guy named Sam. Sam, if you're watching, hi Sam. He was a foreign exchange student when I was in high school. I haven't seen him or talked to him in 11 years. He lives in Mexico. He reached out to me on Reddit saying he saw my video, and my thumbnail doesn't have a picture of me or anything, so that means he was watching it and saw me, and apparently I look the same after 11 years. So anyways, it is just absolutely insane how far this video has gone, and I couldn't tell you why. Now what I can tell you is why my subscribers went so high. Before that video, I believe around 32,000 subscribers. I'm pushing 90,000 now. By the way, Mr. Steve Rakin at 91,000 subscribers, I'm coming for you. So anyways, why did it get so many subscribers? Well, that I actually can answer you. No, I did not buy the subscribers. The reason so many people subscribed are because I decided to do a giveaway. I picked out 10 items from those pallets that I went through and decided I'm going to give them away to 10 people. And on July 5th, I was supposed to pick 10 people. Don't worry, I'm just a little tired and lazy. I did a lot of work with the Toys R Us liquidation. I got the sign too. This thing is like really big. Anyways, so I will still be doing that sometime in the next couple of days. Holy comments. I'm going to miss like most of these comments, I promise you that. But I will try to, answer as many as I can towards the end of the video. So anyways, I did that giveaway to try and gain more subscribers. I expected maybe 10,000 if I was lucky. And I got, 60,000 subscribers in, I think it's been 18 days now. Absolutely insane. I appreciate every one of you. Now the reason I'm trying to get subscribers, I'm not a professional YouTuber, if you couldn't tell. The reason I'm trying to get subscribers is because a couple of months ago, you might remember somebody was impersonating me. Somebody created a YouTube channel with my name and picture and was doing some lewd and harassing comments on my videos, especially to women who have commented on my videos. Now that was taken care of. The person was reported and it appears the fake account was deleted very quickly. Thanks YouTube for that. But I wanted that little verified checkmark tag next to my name. That way, it can kind of avoid this from happening again. You'll be able to see, well, he doesn't have a check mark, so it's clearly not me. And I found out you need 100,000 views in order to do that, in order to get that. So, oh, yeah. Anyways, so I decided I want to see if I can get 100,000 views. And to my knowledge, nobody in the resale niche has gotten 100,000 views, or subscribers, I mean. So that'd be cool if I do, and it's looking like I probably will. Now, I said I'm not a professional YouTuber. The tags on my video, you see, I made my first YouTube video about 4 or 5 years ago. I think it was around 2014 maybe. And I set some random tags on that video. I have not changed them since. The production is poor, and that's because it's just a raw live video. I just set up the camera and then do the work that I would normally do. I'm looking at my computer here, and it's all grainy and pixelated because I'm using a slow Wi-Fi connection with a cell phone. I'm not a professional YouTuber. I don't do this for a living. I sell stuff for a living. I don't create content for a living. There's a reason I don't have any ebooks or courses or training programs or any of that. What else was on here? Low upload frequency. Well, again, YouTube is a hobby, just kind of a side project that I do for fun. In fact, up until recently, you see, YouTube will not pay you if you haven't reached $100. So they pay you once a month as long as you've reached that $100 limit. And up until recently, I was not reaching that. I was only getting paid once every few months because I wasn't reaching that $100 limit. And then I went viral. This last video, now I'm pretty sure I'm not allowed to say how much I made. I think it's part of the non-disclosure agreement that we sign when we create a YouTube channel. But in any event, it is a crap ton of money. So a lot of people ask, what am I going to do with the money? I guess that means I'm a professional YouTuber now since I'm making a lot of money on that video. So what am I going to do with it? Well, I'm going to buy a house. I'm kidding, kind of. It's not that much money. I'm not going to be able to buy a house with it. I could buy a cheap late model car, but I couldn't buy a house. However, I was planning on buying a house next spring, saving up a little bit more for the down payment, and this is putting me over the edge. I actually have a meeting at my bank on Wednesday to get pre-approved. So there's that. That's kind of awesome. YouTube is helping me buy a house sooner. I'm also going to set aside some of the money to do something fun that I'm going to include you guys in. I have some thoughts running through my head. I don't have it finalized yet, so wait on that. Sometime in the next few months, we'll be doing something fun that all of you, every single one of you, how many people are watching right now? 311. Ugh. All 311 people of you, and the 3 million people that will hopefully watch this video afterwards, can actually take part in this. So it'll be fun. But more on that on another day. So as far as where the traffic is coming from, I don't know. That's the thing about a viral video. You can't make a viral video. A viral video just happens. I love Kool-Aid. It was a surprise to me, and I don't expect it to happen again. So that's all I really have to say about that. I don't plan on becoming a professional YouTuber. In fact, someone mentioned that my website hasn't been updated. And I can tell you why my website hasn't been updated, other than the fact that I really don't care enough to go in and edit my website. That takes a long time. Also, I can't even get into my website. The password was auto-saved on a computer that stopped working, and I haven't been able to log in like 6, 8, 10 months, something like that. Whenever the last update was, that's when I was last able to log in. So that's why my website isn't being updated. And you might notice I don't respond to a lot of comments on here or respond to messages on Facebook because I don't have time for it. I actually have a job, and up until recently I wasn't making any money on YouTube. So yeah, I don't plan on being a professional YouTuber. Don't expect me to start selling courses and ebooks in the near future or doing a ton of affiliate links or any of that jazz. Although there might be a couple affiliate links because, well, if you want to ask about my video or which video went viral, Scott says it is the Amazon unboxing video. I bought 7 pallets of Amazon returns, and they actually didn't end up being returns. It was a mix of returns and warehouse damage. Phone. Let's see. Why do I wear a hat? Because my hair is messy, and I can't see that screen. I'm waiting for this one to update. Is it really messy? It's a little messy. I don't like brushing my hair. I'm lazy. I take a shower, I push my hair back, and I put a hat on. Let's see, I have around $1,000 in credit. I'm looking to make some money. What would you suggest? I would suggest don't use credit. If you're gonna use credit, start small. Start with like $50. You can go to Goodwill, spend $10 to $50 on a couple things and list them on eBay and try and build it up. Using credit can be bad because you could lose money, especially when you're first starting out and don't know, how to sell online or what to sell. I would say only start with money that you are willing to lose. $50 isn't a whole lot. If you lose it, it's not the end of the world. If you lose $1,000 and you have to pay that back, that might suck. My Boondock Saints tats. Yes, Boondock Saints. I'm not doing that. I'm showing you the tattoo. Veritas Equitas. They have it on their trigger finger. I was gonna get that, but I had a job, so I didn't do that. My job actually made me wear long sleeves to cover my tattoos because I was working with a lot of old rich people. And yeah, in the Carolina heat, that was brutal. I lived in Charlotte, North Carolina at the time. Have you had second thoughts about Bitcoin? Oh, I think that's an ad. Well, if that's not an ad and someone's actually asking me, I don't really know enough about Bitcoin I really don't care about Bitcoin. It's not something that interests me. Videos like this one will cost you subscribers, a little arrogant, and comments found on a stream, may as well fish, will make people ditch you. Well, I honestly don't care that much. Like I said, I'm not a professional YouTuber, but I'm just trying to kind of clear the air on this. I'm not being arrogant. There's a reason I'm not showing you which YouTuber made that post, because I don't want this to turn into a drama thing. Someone asked if I'm single. No, I am happily in a relationship as of 3 years. Toys R Us is so expensive, you're glad it's gone. That's one of the subscribers that I'd like to get rid of. No, I'm kidding. I did like Toys R Us. I didn't grow up with a ton of money, so I didn't get to enjoy it as a kid, but as an adult, especially a reseller, I was in there a lot buying stuff to sell online, buying stuff as gifts. I sponsor families for Christmas every year, a couple of different families, and I'm always in Toys R Us getting things like that. I did buy out a lot of product from Toys R Us, including this giant sign, which was incredibly heavy and difficult for me and 3 other employees to get off the ceiling, but it was worth every penny, and I spent a ton of money there. What's up from Charlotte? Hello, Charlotte. I miss living there, except for the heat. That kind of sucked. How do you find pallets like that from Amazon for sale? I bought it through a broker. Where do you buy the pallets? Through a broker. Ignore the haters. They're just to put down other YouTubers. Yeah, there's gonna be haters regardless. As they say, haters gonna hate. I really don't care. Let's see. Do you think your Amazon pallet unboxing will affect the price and availability of those pallets? Well, I didn't disclose where I got them, so you'd still have to do your own research. I don't think it's going to make a difference. At most, maybe you would see a shortage for a very short period of time, and it'll come back. It is hard work selling those. It's not, easy by any means. I've found the right channels where I can just take them to an auction house and have them do it, but in any event, it's a lot of money to front. It can be a lot of work, especially if you're selling it yourself. So I think a lot of people are going to lose a lot of money and realize it's not for them. Let's see. That outfit. Who dressed you, bro? This is Pebble Beach. I visited the Pebble Beach golf course in California a couple years ago, and I spent too much money on souvenirs. What's up from New York? Hello, New York. I was just there a couple of weeks ago in, well, basically everywhere but the city. I went from Boston and cut all the way through. Which broker to use? Whoever is cheapest and has the best quality. I just had a little Freudian slip. Is that what it's called? Let's see. Do you sell routers and modems? Absolutely. That's a hot selling item for me. Howdy, Rabbit. I'm 86 and know how to use a computer. I'm glad to share with you. Whoa, the chat just jumped. Well, whoever commented that, appreciate the comment. I missed that. Hello from Maine. Roger, I was just in Maine the other day also. Hello from Scotland. Brian, I was not in Scotland the other day, but I would like to visit sometime. Pallets of just about everything can be found on thealmast.com. I don't know what that is. Do I golf? Yes, very poorly. Hello from Appleton. Wow, you're not very far from me. You could leave your house and drive here and be here before this video is over. But I'm not going to tell you where here is. Let's see. People keep asking an eBay store name for privacy reasons. I will not be giving that out. I know it's not difficult to find based on the things that I show you that I'm selling. For people who found it, I would appreciate if you please don't leave a comment with my eBay store name. And here's going to be about 20,000 comments with my eBay store name. But anyways, for privacy reasons, I don't give that out. I've been here since 13,000 subscribers, but give that hat back to your great-grandfather. I actually bought this hat. By the way, Cody, I appreciate you sticking around that long. Although 13,000 wasn't that long ago, it really surged lately. But anyways, I bought this hat at a flea market in Charleston, South Carolina, maybe, 8 years ago. Do I watch the World Cup only when the U.S. is playing? Hello from Minnesota. You love my videos. Hello, Minnesota. I love Minnesota. That's East Dakota, right? You should never wear green when you live in Wisconsin. People think you're a Packer backer. Well, this isn't even Packer green, but I am a Packer backer. I love the Packers, especially Brett Favre. Let me show you something. Just in here, I had one viewer send me this Brett Favre picture, and I had another viewer send me these Brett Favre figures. Brett Favre is my religion. And political views. So if you're new here, Brett Favre is my thing. I will wear a green number 4 all the time. My girlfriend is watching. Okay, so I gotta get all of the ladies out of here. Go away, we can't do this. My girlfriend, I'm kidding. Georgia checking in. You love the Packers. You used to live in Wisconsin. Wisconsin is an awesome state. Give the people in the chat a way to buy stuff from me. Unfortunately, that's not what I do. I'm not on YouTube to try and sell stuff. Let's see. How old am I? Am I 30? No, I am younger than 30. I'm waiting for some questions. I suppose that was a question. What about Bonton stores? I missed the first wave of Bonton closings. The second wave is coming in a couple of months. We're doing it live. Says notice you. You are noticed. So Bonton is Yonkers, Boston store, Herberger's, Carson Pines. There's a whole bunch of stores. They're very similar to Macy's. In fact, for the longest time, I thought Macy's was part of Bonton, and they filed bankruptcy. They are going under, and I will be buying a lot of their stuff. They do a lot of clothing though, against like a Macy's, so I don't know if there's gonna be a ton, but they've got some nice pictures I might be interested in. How many times do I list an item not selling? I think I understand what you're asking me. I list everything on eBay as good till canceled, so it just keeps auto relisting every 30 days. I don't even touch it. Usually after a year or so, maybe 6 months, maybe 2 weeks if I'm lazy enough, I'll start accepting low offers or just pull it and donate it or sell it elsewhere. Is it feasible or allowed to sell your own acrylic paintings on Amazon or eBay? eBay is probably a better place for that. Obviously, as long as you're not painting licensed things. If you're painting Mickey Mouse, you're going to have problems. But if you're making your own paintings, it's your own work, eBay or Etsy would actually be a really good place for it. Etsy has a lot of handmade type stuff. I like you because of your no nonsense. You're true to myself. What are you talking about? My whole life is nonsense. Have you watched any of my videos? Half the stuff I'm making nonsensical jokes. I don't even know if that's a word. I am all about nonsense. Watching from Toledo, Ohio. A friend of mine's out in that area visiting. He went to the Taylor Swift concert in Columbus yesterday. That's right, he went to the Taylor Swift concert. And I'm kind of jealous because I would go see T Swift. What type of camera do you use? I'm using my phone right now. I am using my phone as well. I use my phone for eBay because it's very quick to list, although I did get a phone with a good camera. I've got an iPhone. I would like to get the newer iPhone with the portrait mode, but that really isn't going to help with product photos much. For YouTube, I also use my phone, but I am going to be buying a new camera. I've been watching a YouTuber who is called Barnacle Nerdgasm. He's entertaining. I just found him the other day, and he was talking about his camera. It is the Sony FDR A53, and that looks like a really nice camera, and I will be buying one soon, although I still need to figure out how I can use that for live videos. I know there's a way. Do I watch other YouTubers? Not a lot of resale-related YouTubers. The only 2 resale-related YouTubers that I watch are going to be Craigslist Hunter. I watch every video he puts out, and the College Picker. He does a lot more vlog style than resale stuff. I watch him maybe about 75% of his videos. He's a good friend of mine. As far as other YouTubers, I watch a lot of like non-reselling stuff. I like to make stuff. I watch homemade modern. They're like a handful of videos for woodworking that I watch, which is funny because I don't do any woodworking, but I would like to get into it. Um, can you provide a list of brokers that you use? Unfortunately, I cannot. Do you need a warehouse to get started reselling? Absolutely not. I did this out of my house and out of my van for like 4 years before I got a warehouse. I was traveling around the country just selling out of hotel rooms. I'd send shipments out from hotel rooms. You do not need a warehouse. I got a warehouse so I could start sending and receiving pallets. Do I watch Ice Poseidon? No, I don't. I've never heard of. I don't know if that's a person or a show, but I've never heard of it. Do I buy packs of clothing online too? I really don't do a lot of clothing. Are you a wash bar? I have no idea what that means. What is one thing you can think of that sells broken on eBay? Apple stuff. iPads, MacBooks, iPods. Those things sell for almost retail when they're broken. It's unbelievable. If you go back a year and a half maybe, I spent like $600-700 on a ton of broken electronics from a local pawn shop. Most of it was like iCloud locked, phones and tablets and whatnot, and it was mostly Apple products. And I ended up making like $4,000 on it, just selling almost all of it for parts on eBay. Some of it I was able to fix, and there were even a couple of items that I had no issues. And I ended up trading one MacBook for a iPad where that was at the time worth about $1,000, the iPad Pro, which I still use to this day. Check those lottery ticket sketcher YouTube. I don't know what any of that means. Those people have great cameras. Is it lottery ticket scratcher YouTubers? And then I can't pronounce that YouTubers. Anyways, I'm rambling here. Yeah, I could get a really good camera, but I have a phone and I'm not a professional YouTuber. Although, with all of the profit from that one video, now I'm going to have to pay taxes on this YouTube income. I was paying taxes before on it. However, my tax refund from my paycheck from my company was enough to cover whatever from YouTube. So that kind of sucks. What are my hobbies? Anything outdoors, hiking, golf, tennis, although I haven't had a ton of time for it lately. Um, let's see, I will in 3 months. I think I'm missing something. Will I ever get into other e-commerce, i.e. drop shipping and print on demand? I thought about getting into print on demand with merch by Amazon, but honestly, it's not something that's for me. I am far from a graphic designer. I just don't want to do it. I tried doing the Kindle publishing when that was big, and it just didn't do much for me. As far as drop shipping, I do not like the business model unless you're doing your own e-commerce website, and that seems like a lot of boring work sitting at a desk. If you haven't noticed, I like digging through storage units, digging through pallets, digging through thrift stores. That's the fun part of the business. That's why I never got into retail arbitrage. What percent of items don't sell and I toss? Well, that's a multi-depth question. In general, like 90% of the stuff I buy doesn't sell simply because buying storage units and pallets is a lot of stuff that needs to be donated or thrown out. But as far as the items that I actually list, I would say I probably sell 80 to 90% eventually. Now, sometimes I'm selling at break even after a long period of time just to recoup my investment. But most of it does sell. I make pretty good purchase decisions. Some doesn't. If you remember, I bought a whole bunch of calendars in, I don't know, January or February. Now, I made like triple my money, but I still have like 50 calendars that haven't sold. And I'm about ready to cut my losses on those 50. I tripled my money anyways. Let them go. What is the most expensive thing I ever found? As far as resale, I just sold this no, it was a little over a month ago now. I bought two blood analyzers. What it is essentially like a PDA, a little handheld device that communicates with a machine that has a patient's blood that came out of a hospital. So it's not gross. It doesn't come in contact with the blood. It communicates with the machine. I spent $25 for two of them, and after shipping and fees on eBay, I put them up auction style, so they sold in 7 days. I took home $2,500. So that's what, 1,000 times my money? 100 times? I'm not doing math right now. Let's see. Seriously, some of you have nothing better to do than hack someone's live question and answer your show. I really don't care. You're going to get haters either way. As long as it stays family friendly like this channel, I'm happy. And usually it doesn't. So Yeah. Besides Amazon, what other return pallets can you buy from? Pretty much anywhere, if you can find the right source. There are some that are for export only, meaning they won't sell to anyone in the U.S. They need to go outside of the country, but for the most part, you can buy from anywhere. I've had a lot of success with Staples. I have bought Target, Walmart, Amazon, Groupon. I have not bought, but I've seen a lot of Finger Hut pallets. I've bought Kmart, I've bought Shopko, Dollar General, Rite Aid. Basically, any store, they're going to have overstock, they're going to have warehouse damage, they're going to have returns, and they're going to need a place to get rid of them. I know Toys R Us, before they went under, they were export only, and correct me if I'm wrong, I believe Best Buy is also for export only. I may be wrong on that. But pretty much anywhere you can buy from, you just need to find the right sources for those products. A lot of people are asking again about my eBay name. For privacy reasons, I don't give that out. You found a Last Supper glass plate for $2. You found it in an antique book and resold it for $150. Nice. I wouldn't have even looked at that. Oh, I'm getting tired. How long has this video been so far? It's not going to tell me. Well, I started streaming 26 minutes ago. There's my answer. So anyways, do I collect or just sell? Yeah, you should see my house. I'm a bit of a hoarder. I collect a little bit of everything. As you, well, you really can't see, but this I bought for my collection, and I've got probably 40 or 50 vintage cameras throughout my office. I collect soda bottles for cool events and stuff, all kinds of stuff. But anyways, that was the main idea of this video, was to talk about the video that hit 3 million views. In fact, I will get you an exact total. So if you are watching this video later, if you're watching the replay, you can see how fast it is growing. It is currently July 8th, 2018. It is 5:58 p.m. Central Standard Time, so it'll be about 7 o'clock Eastern Time. And this video has 3,145,994 views. Holy crap. And I checked last night, in the last 24 hours, it went up like 300,000 views. Maybe it was from this post. Probably not, but giveaway done. It was supposed to be done on the 5th, which was 3 days ago, and I've been so exhausted and busy after this Toys R Us liquidation that I haven't picked anyone yet. So I will be picking someone in the next couple of days. I still have the 10 items set aside. Reebok jerseys, good to sell jerseys. There are a ton of counterfeits, so you really need to know that it's authentic. Look at the stitching. There's certain things to look at, for example, where it was made and whatnot. Do some research. There's a lot of good articles out there. They can be great sellers. Just make sure they are real, because if they are fake, you could lose your account. I want your autograph. You are my resale hero. Well, send me a self-addressed stamped envelope with a picture, and I will sign it for you. Just like the celebrities. I really feel like a celebrity. Let's see. I hope you get picked for... Oh, you hope you get picked for the giveaway. I can't get picked for the giveaway. What made you decide to start doing this? YouTube or resale? I started reselling 2011-ish. I had a pretty good job in the car business. I worked in marketing for 4 dealerships, and I was just looking for something to do on the side for fun. So I bought a storage unit and made a huge profit on it. I spent like $175, made like $500. At the time, that was a huge profit to me. And I just kept growing it and was working crazy hours because I was full-time at the dealership and full-time at the flea markets and eventually Amazon and just recently on eBay. And it just grew from there. I decided to leave my career to do this full-time. Can I sell counterfeit clothes if I say it's fake? No. No, that is a big no-no. You will still get removed. Look at it this way. If you created something and somebody else counterfeits it and doesn't give you any money for it, wouldn't you be upset? That's basically what you're doing. So ethically, it's wrong. As far as eBay is concerned, they will give you the boot, even if you say replica, even if you say it's fake, it's counterfeit, it's a knockoff, it's a replica, it's imitation. All of those things will still get you removed. If you want to sell it on Craigslist, there are legal concerns, but you know, you're probably not going to get caught. But don't do it, because it's not a good idea. What's your plan for the new space in the last video? Well, you'll just have to wait and see. I intentionally left that part out of the video. What's my views on Poshmark? I've actually never sold on Poshmark. I hear it's good, but I don't really do clothing, so it really doesn't make sense for me to try it. Everybody that I've talked to who does clothing seem to like it. How did you make on your huge coin collection you found? How much did I make? Well, I just got it, so it hasn't sold yet. Um, I started in 1990, but changed my way of selling after watching you. You know, that's kind of the nature of the business. You have to change your way of selling every year, I think. I used to sell a lot of VCRs and VCR DVD combos, and the prices have really been tanking on them lately. And that's just the nature of the business. You know, several years ago, I could make a killing selling Scrabble tiles, believe it or not. And now there's very little market for that. I used to make a killing in DVDs, and now I buy collections at $1, $2 a DVD. There's no market on that anymore. That's just the nature of the business. Do I have any Hot Wheels items? I don't think so, unless there happen to be some of those pallets. I still have 5 pallets I have not even gone through yet. So be ready for those videos. eBid looks like it might be good. I've never heard of them. Let's take a look. What is eBid? eBid.net online auctions. I don't know. I'll check it out. Check out ebid.com. Someone just mentioned it in the comments. I've never heard of it, but we'll take a look. How do you enter the giveaway? Well, your comment, as long as you're subscribed, entered you. Let's see. What do you think of Wish I Don't Yes Use It? I think your voice to text isn't working. What about bulk? That is a good question. I used to buy a lot from bulk. They're not so good anymore. If you have a retail store or a flea market booth, bulk can still be good, but for online sales, not so much. Their prices have gone up quite a bit, and their quality has gone down, in my opinion. I used to buy from them a lot, in fact. I was buying 2 to 3 pallets every week, sometimes multiple per day, and I did really well with them. And I filmed like 3 of them, but never ended up uploading. That's what I do a lot. I film a lot of videos, but never get around to editing and upload. Do I have enough money to comfortably retire now? Not really. No. I would need a lot of money to comfortably retire now because I would need it to support me for a long time. I'm not that old. Um, Now, I do have enough money where I could comfortably take a long extended vacation, but I'm trying to grow a brick and mortar business and an online business, and well, vacation probably isn't a good idea. I'm really new to online shopping. Is it really safe to use credit cards? Um, yes and no. You definitely want to make sure you're on a safe website. If you're using your credit card with PayPal or Amazon or Walmart.com, BestBuy.com, you're safe. I would recommend looking for some videos that kind of walks you through online shopping. There's certain things to look for that will tell you on your computer if it's secure to use your card. But in general, yeah, it's safe. I use my card online for online shopping every day, and I've never had my identity stolen. Um, let's see. Have you ever found contraband? You must not have seen the video where I found $1,000 worth of heroin. That happened in a storage unit I bought, and someone else just asked if I buy storage lockers, so kind of that answers that question too. Yes, I buy storage lockers, and in one video, I was going through it live, and usually if I find drugs or something like that, adult toys, I try to keep it out of the video because, again, this is a family-friendly channel. But in that one, I was opening a safe, and the camera was pointed right down to it live, and I opened it up, and it was full of heroin. And I had the local police department come and pick me up, and he told me it was worth about $1,000. A lot of it was in syringes ready to go. Do I have a favorite movie? I love movies in general. Some of my favorites are Tommy Boy, Happy Gilmore, Spaceballs. Let's see, what has been your best find? I mentioned that earlier in the video. I spent $25. I got $2,500 after shipping and fees on 2 blood analyzers. Do I ever find any Zippos? Yeah, periodically. Nothing too fancy that's worth much. Usually I get $5 a piece for them, as long as they're in decent working order. What do I think of shows like Storage Wars or Bargain Hunt? I've actually never heard of Bargain Hunt, but Storage Wars, it can be entertaining if there's nothing else on TV, but it's not something I actively try to seek out. I'm more of a sitcom type guy. What do you think of high-end China? It's something that I know absolutely nothing about. I know there is a good market for it, but I know very little about that. I did sell a 19th century pitcher, I don't know, month ago maybe. I found it in a storage unit and it was on one of the videos, but I got like 60 bucks for it. Ego better than Texas yet? Absolutely. My ego is bigger than Alaska now after that. Speaking of Texas, I would really like to go down there. Adam Sandler rules. Yes, so Doyle rule. I mean, Adam Sandler, you get. Have you ever gotten any vape products? Nothing of value. Usually they're in pretty gross condition when I find them in a storage unit and they just get tossed. I usually look them up because sometimes the battery or something might have some value, but of what I've found, nothing was worth too much. Did I ever think my videos would get this many views? When I started my YouTube channel, I didn't even expect to get 1,000 subscribers, and I'm knocking on the door of 100,000. So, no, I didn't expect to get this many views. This is just like a side project, entertainment thing. I don't do YouTube to make money. It's something I do for fun. And it's turning into, at least as of the past month, a good moneymaker. What do you think of Alibaba and Wish sites? Alibaba can be a good site if you're getting a private label and want to buy generic products to put your own branding on and market. Private label isn't something for me because, again, I think it's boring. I make enough money doing fun things. I don't need to make more doing boring things. But that is probably the only benefit of going there. You would want to build a brand around it. Just simply selling the products isn't going to do you that well. How does it feel to be the #1 reseller on YouTube? Oh, I think that was meant for Craigslist Hunter. I don't think he's here. You're going to have to go to one of his videos. Thanks for the advice. We appreciate the insight. Will brokers ship pallets to a residence? Oh, that is a good question. In general, yes. Always ask, but in general, they will ship to a residence. How it works is you need to request residential, which is going to increase the price. Residential and commercial rates are different. You also need to request a lift gate, unless you happen to have a forklift in your driveway. A lift gate is like an elevator on the back of the truck, so the driver will pull the pallet onto this elevator, it will lower it down to the ground, and the driver will then bring it basically wherever you want it, in your garage, under your carport, into your shed, into your storage unit. But yes, you can get these delivered to your house. If it ever ends up being just too big of an expense to do so, you can also look at cross-docking. What that is you find a place with a loading dock. It could be a storage facility, it could be a moving company, it could be a warehouse where they'll let you do it, where you'll have it delivered to that particular place. So you're getting commercial rates, you're not paying for a lift gate. And then you get like a budget or a Penske truck. You rent a truck. Don't get a U-Haul because they're not dock height. You want to make sure it's dock height. And then you take the pallet from there and then bring it to your house or your storage unit. So you could always do that to save money. Craigslist Hunter's views are way down. I'm the hot reseller on YouTube right now. All right. I'm still watching all of his videos, so he's still entertaining. My #1 regret. Boy, that's a tough one. It's tough to say. In a way, I regret opening my store. Someone on a side note asked about a rider truck. Most rider trucks are also dock height. Just ask the person you rent from if it's dock height. So anyways, my #1 regret was my store. If you don't know, I opened up a retail store and 4, 5 months, 6 months later, I closed. There are a lot of reasons why I closed, which I still haven't talked about yet. But I would say it's a regret because I lost $150,000. I did learn a lot. A lot of people say you never fail, you always just learn. And that is true. And I learned so much about retail. I learned so much about business, about managing employees. I learned so much about so much. But I also lost $150,000. I could go and get a nice college degree for half that. So kind of, yes, I'm glad it happened, but at the same time, it is a big regret. Online is the way to go. In general, yes, but there is still a place for brick and mortar. Do you do one-to-one classes for money? No, I don't do any courses or one-on-one education, but I do have probably over 200 videos that you can watch that would definitely help you out. Brick and mortar stores, I think in the past, I disagree. They still have a place in the market, but many are going out. What made you lose that money? What was the biggest expenses that caused that? Well, there are just a lot of things that went into it. I had the warehouse, which was about $3,000 a month, plus, internet, insurance, all that stuff here. And business basically stopped here. So the store not only needed to support the store, its employees, its overhead, the cost of products, my salary, because obviously I have rent to pay too, It also had to support the warehouse, and I started the store on debt. Of that $150,000, about 90,000 of it was in debt, and well, I had to pay back that debt. A lot of it was in the form of an Amazon loan, which was a $5,000 a month payment. So there were a lot of high expenses that I needed to pay, that the store needed to pay. The store could support itself on its own. If I didn't have to worry about the expenses of the warehouse and paying back the debt, the store could support itself on its own. But that wasn't the case. It had to cover so many more things. And that is the gist of why I lost all that money. Let's see. Do you worry that giving tips and pointers will make it harder to find deals as more and more people give this business a try? No. Craigslist Hunter kind of was asked the same question once, and I'll kind of quote him. It's not really a quote because I don't know exactly what he said, but in general, he said, of all the people that are going to watch this, very few are actually going to take the leap and actually do it and try it. And of those very tiny fraction of a percentage of people that do try it, even less are going to succeed with it because they don't realize how much work is involved and how much focus you have to put into it. So it's really not going to affect it, especially in the thrift stores, because how often, if I'm buying this calculator and I'm selling it for $50, oh yeah, I can give $50. Anyways, if I'm buying this calculator and I'm selling it for $50, what are the odds that this exact same calculator is in, every other thrift store? It might be in one or two around the country, but not every single one. And one or two isn't going to tank the price on this calculator. Would I buy 600 Lenovo mouses and 600 Lenovo keyboards pre-owned for $250? I would recommend look up the model numbers and see what they're selling for. In many, I really don't see how that would be worth it pre-owned, to be honest, but you never know. Less than 1% of all new sellers each year become full-time sellers. Exactly. What is the name of my book? I don't have a book. I did actually mention in one of my early videos that I was working on an ebook, but I got 3 pages in and said this isn't fun, so I stopped and never continued. So I don't have a book. You finally caught me live. By the way, I mean jelly beans. Tattoo on my forearm. This is Veritas Equitas. It is a movie reference. And this is a cross dedicated to my father who passed away when I was young. Apparently I broke the internet. The rabbit has gone viral. Hide your carrots. I don't eat carrots. I eat jelly beans. This is the closest thing to a vegetable I'll eat. Favorite candy? The peanut butter cups. I love the Reese's peanut butter cups. Alright. This has gone on long enough. Someone wants to shout out Cody Sharam. I guarantee you I mispronounced your name. I apologize for that. But Cody, there's a shout out. Boondock Saints Rock. Absolutely. I love that movie. What do you attribute your recent YouTube success for? Well, I think I just got lucky, to be honest. I think I had a video that went viral. Amazon recommended it, or I got lucky. I don't think there's anything to it. I set my keywords 4 years ago and never changed them. I basically just set up a camera and do my job like I would normally do it, with some bad puns in the process. That's really it. I think I got lucky. I think the unboxing term might have helped it, because I know people like those, but I don't think there's really any special algorithm or any magic potion that's going to make that happen, and honestly I don't expect another one of my videos to come anywhere near that again. Simple as that. Favorite car? Next car, I will actually be buying a pickup truck for work soon. I don't really care which one, but a full-size pickup truck and a trailer. And then I'll get a Chrysler 200, a 2015 Chrysler 200 that I bought new that I will also keep as my daily driver. I wouldn't mind getting a Buick. I've always loved the Buick brand. I used to work for a Buick. Let's see. Do I love speed reading? I don't like reading. Last book I read was probably in middle school. Let's see. You went debt-free, put your kids through college, bought all your properties around the U.S., bankrolled your retirement at 36. Doing what I do. Holy crap. Nice. That's awesome. Buy lots of reusable shopping bags. I have to throw out so many reusable shopping bags because I find so many gross ones in storage units. Do I mainly buy online or physically go to a liquidation store in person? There's really no liquidation places near me. The nearest one is Minneapolis, which is about a 6-hour drive. So yeah, I'm usually buying online. Marvel or DC? Which one has Superman? I like Superman. That one. How much do I expect to make this year? Only time will tell. I have no idea. Went fishing last night. Caught a 3-foot muskie. Nice. In your videos, I love guessing which energy drink you're gonna get. It's usually the Monster Chaos. In fact, I was buying it on Amazon, cases of it, because I didn't want to go to the gas station every day. It cost me about $50. I went to a gas station near my work and asked them if they could order me cases, and I would of course pay them the same amount. And they gave me a break on price. They're charging me $40 a piece for a case of Monster, so that's awesome. But I drink a lot of Monster, the Chaos, the orange juice one. You're taking the leap. You start FBA in 48 hours. Nice. Thrifty Truckers says, "What's up, Rabbit?" What's up, Thrifty? The ceiling, by the way. Future plans and goals. Well, I am currently building a brick and mortar business that I've had for about a year now, and it is growing rapidly. I actually just hired somebody out of Toys R Us. Unofficially hired. She will be starting in August. So building that up, and I plan on opening up another brick and mortar soon, but not quite what you would expect. So I guess those are my future goals as far as my business. Someone said I should be a politician. No, thank you. I don't like lying to people. Do you ever take broken items to Goodwill as a tax write-off? Not broken items, unsellable stuff that they could sell. Yeah, I'll bring it there. I really don't get any tax write-offs because I've exceeded my limit on that already. Broken stuff is either getting thrown away or recycled. Do I know the Toys R Us song? I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. Da da da. I don't know. Play the music and maybe I could get it going. How about candy? I would love some candy. The peanut butter cups. I love the Reese's peanut butter cups. Good luck. Hope this lasts. Yeah, I mean, I would love another 3 million view video. I don't expect it to happen, but will I run for president in 2020? In 2020, I will be ineligible to run for president because I will still be under the age of 35. Have you ever unboxed collectibles? Not really. What's with the hat? I touched on it earlier. I don't like brushing my hair. When I get out of the shower, I just push it back and put on the hat. Also, I like the look. I've been wearing it for years. Will you show the store when it opens? Absolutely. In fact, I already showed the store before it opened on a potential place that I'm renting for it. Do I get female groupies since becoming a YouTube celebrity? Not really. I mean, I would need to be good looking in order for that to happen. What's the most... My girlfriend's kind of a female groupie, and so is my grandma. What's the most expensive item I've found? I already kind of touched on that. Blood analyzers, spent 25, got 2,500. Let's see. The comments are coming in slower, so I guess you guys are getting as tired as me. Any sports memorabilia you would sell me? I don't think I have any for sale at the moment. I've got some cool stuff in my own collection, but... let's see. Cool vid with the pallet unboxing. Appreciate that. Love your videos. You learn a lot. We'll be jumping in the deep end of the selling pool soon. Awesome. I wish you the best. Do you have plans to create a logo or brand name? Also, maybe a clothing line for your hardcore fans to wear? I mean, I suppose I could. A buddy of mine does merch by Amazon. Maybe I'll send him my logo and have him put it on there. But at this time, I don't. A can of Mountain Dew would go good with that shirt. It's kind of like the Baja Blast shirt. When you clear storage units, do you have to lift and clear everything yourself, or do you leave stuff or hire muscle? I usually, well, I would like to say I usually hire people, but oftentimes I just am doing it myself. I did just contract a moving company that's going to be doing it for me from now on, so that'll be nice. Take me out to dinner. You got it, baby. That's my girlfriend, by the way. Not that creepy. Favorite sports autograph you own? Oh, that's a tough one. The autograph in general, my favorite one, I've got a Reggie White autographed helmet that I bought a year or two ago. But my favorite piece, I would suppose, I met Brett Favre maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, and I got a picture with him, and then he signed it. That is probably my favorite piece of memorabilia, I guess, because it's a picture of me and Brett Favre, so, and it is signed. Let's see, what is my proudest moment? When I met Brett Favre. Are you looking forward to that YouTube play button? I would love to get a YouTube play button, and I might take down this big Toys R Us sign and put the play button there for a little while. Actually, this sign's coming down anyways because it's sitting on top of my paper shredder. a file cabinet, and a camera bag on top of a box of files. So it needs to be moved or hung up. Have I found any Rolex watches? I've found fake ones. I've never found a real one. Other than my retail store, what was my worst investment? Ooh, that's a good one. The first truckload I ever bought, well, I shouldn't say the first one I ever bought. I bought one years ago to sell at the flea market. The first truckload that I bought since I got the warehouse, I spent $7,500. I ended up taking a loss on it. A lot of it needed to be thrown away because there was mold in it. It brought in a bunch of live and dead mice into the warehouse. I was catching them for weeks. It was pretty bad. And that company has changed names so many times to try and scam more people. At the time, they were called Global Remarketing Group, and I don't remember what their new name is now. But yeah, out of Ohio. You have a framed Favre signed 16 by 20 custom suede matting you'd sell me. Fully authenticated by JSA. Send me an email, resalerabbit@gmail.com with some info. Don't take down Toys R Us. Oh, don't worry, it's not going away. It'll be hung up somewhere else, maybe in the warehouse where customers can see it. How do you notify a giveaway winner? I will send you a message on YouTube. Can you work for me? Unfortunately, I don't have any open space right now for staff. Do I ever find any old marbles in storage units? Nothing of value. I found, just like dollar store type marbles before. Nothing. I know some marbles can be really good money. I haven't found any of those. Or maybe I haven't. I just didn't know what I was looking at. Eric Ramsey. Hey, Rabbit, your biggest fan from Indy. I am very jealous of your Goodwill outlets. Indianapolis has 4 of them, and they're really nice. When I lived there, they only had 3. The South Side one is new. What do you think of Save the Kmart? Is that a group or something? I would love to see Kmart saved and Sears. 2 stores I really liked, but because of their CEO, it won't happen. Coolest thing I found and kept for myself? That is a really good question. I keep a lot of stuff for myself. The raccoon in the thumbnail, taxidermied raccoon, I found that for about $200. Best purchase I ever made. Do you think Toys R Us name is available now? I actually read an article today that they have 115 people or companies interested in the Toys R Us naming rights, and they've had multiple offers over $1 billion just for the name. Keep any sweet guns? Nope. I've actually never found any guns. Where am I based? I am in the Great White North, the frozen tundra, Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin. I think I've said like 4 times that I'm going to be ending this video. Any plans for future tattoos? No, that was kind of something fun in my youth, and I really am not a tattoo guy. And in fact, I would like to get this one removed, the movie reference. Can anyone see my text? Yes, Tammy, I can see your text. The comments move really fast, so I miss a lot of them. Jeffrey is the best. I'd love to see him go to, was it the San Diego Zoo that wanted his mascot, the rights to the mascot, Jeffrey? One of those zoos. That'd be cool. You bought your first storage unit. You actually did find money, 42 cents. Nice. How do physical auctions work that you sell stuff and which you can't sell on eBay? Well, every auction is different. They're both live and online auctions. The one I sell with is an online auction. And I basically just send the stuff to them. They sell it. Everything starts at $2 and sells for what it sells for. Someone asked if I have kids. I have a girlfriend, so that's close enough. Your website link in the description is not clickable. You don't even want to click it anyways. I haven't updated that website. Why is it buffering? I hope you guys can see this. I think seconds. Oh, there we go. We're back. When am I gonna thrift in Milwaukee? I don't know. I'm usually down there once a week or so. Originally from northern Michigan, Green Bay. I'm a southerner. I actually got a lot of family in Upper Michigan. More details about the moving company helping to move storage units. Well, I actually met the owner of the moving company because he came and made a big purchase in my store a couple years ago. And I kept his card. We worked out a deal where he is going to be doing it at a flat hourly rate, no mileage or anything. 2 guys, a truck. It's not 2 men in a truck, but it's two people with a physical truck. They will be emptying out the storage units, hauling it to my warehouse for a flat hourly rate. Where do I buy my pallets from? I get them from several different brokers around the country. Is your mind bouncing around fast? Is mine trying to keep up? I'm just trying to keep up with these comments. They're like going really, really fast. I'm missing half of them. Leanne says, when am I getting married? Okay, Leanne, did my girlfriend send you? Seriously. Would I fight the winner of KSI versus Logan Paul? I don't know who those people are, but probably not because I would probably lose. Where do I find brokers for my pallets? Um, you just got to research. I find a lot of them through people. I don't really want to give away my sources, to be honest. I apologize for not being better help with that. You saw my video and ended up buying camcorders. Like I said, 2 of them are not fully functional. I sold them and had to refund them. You're going to need to test them. Get a tape. It's tough to find these tapes. You can find them online, but they're not cheap. But they're all different. There's an 8mm tape, there's a DV tape, a mini DV tape. There's all different types of tapes. You definitely need to test it, make sure it records and plays back, because the read and write head, which is actually what reads and writes on the tape, is the first thing to fail on these old camcorders. So that you need to test that, unless you're selling it as untested, which isn't really a good idea. But camcorders can be really good money, especially Sony and Panasonic. They seem to go for the best. I usually get $75 to $150 for these old camcorders. People will actually use them to, not to film video anymore, but mostly to get their old home movies and transfer them onto a more modern medium. Let's see. What is my name? My name is John. Go Brewers. Sure. I'm not a baseball fan. I just like football. What exciting video have I got planned for my viewers in the future? Well, I still have 5 pallets of Amazon returns and warehouse damage product I have not gone through yet. So, there's that. Why not picking? I like crafting items. Yeah, crafting items can be sellable. I'm not a huge crafter, so I don't know what is valuable, but I've sold a lot of crickets, the paper cutters. I've sold sewing machines, so I mean, I know a little bit about crafting items, let's put it that way. I have an old milkshake machine with rust spots. Should I paint it before listing? I would say no. Assuming it's like a vintage, collectible, retro type thing, unless you can paint it really good and make it look really nice, like it was fully restored, I would say no. If that's out of your skill set, sell it as is and let the buyer decide if they want to do it. If you're just doing cheap spray paint over it and it's not going to look that great, I would say don't. Let's see. Send some crafting items your way. Crafting items are always heavy. I don't like shipping them. Shout out South Carolina. I like South Carolina. I've been there a whole bunch of times. I used to live in Charlotte, right on the border. Would you ever make and sell a guide how to exactly go out into this business? Well, I mean, you can watch a lot of my videos and get a good idea of what it takes. As far as creating and selling a guide, probably not. It's not something that really interests me. Someone just said shout out South Carolina in all caps. South Carolina! DJ, I usually sell items as they're found. I think you were replying to someone else. Does my girlfriend help, or does she have interest in what I do? She could care less. She's not interested in it, but she does help. I'll give her a big shout out. Shout out, Teresa. I'm not answering that question. So shout out to my girlfriend. I bit off a little more I could chew with this Toys R Us liquidation. The last day, employees were leaving at 5, second to last day. It was already 3 days after they were closed to the public. I had a ton of fixtures I needed to load up on a box truck. I had like 5 employees just helping me get it outside because they needed to leave. The alarms were about to be set. And I was dying over 100 degrees. I felt like I was going to pass out. My girlfriend drove down and helped me load up the truck, unload the truck until about 11 p.m., and then we went back out there at 4 a.m. to finish unloading the truck, and then she went and worked out a shift. So I've got quite a fun surprise for her in the making. How many eBay listings do I have on average? 200 maybe. I can't look. Let me look on the computer here. eBay.com. Let's see if there's a quick and easy way. I don't go on the website much. I do most of it through the mobile app. I have... it doesn't say. Here we go. 208 active listings, and I haven't been listing in a little while. So there's that. Do I have a guy who fixes camcorders, or do I just throw away the broken ones? Actually, you can get a little bit of money for parts on the broken ones. What I do if I have a broken one is I'll save the batteries and the charger and the remote if there is one, because a lot of times you find them without that. And then I'll just sell it for parts on eBay if it's worth it. If it's not worth it, then it just gets thrown in the recycling bin. And the recycling bin is in, I drop it off with an e-waste company, not the actual recycling bin. How much formal education do you have? Not much. I was a high school dropout. Just found you last night. Love the vids. Well, if you just found me last night, you got a lot of binge watching to do. Then you'll learn my awkward personality. You wish you had my energy. I wish I had my energy when I was supposed to, when I have to do something productive. I only have this energy when I'm, procrastinating. Can you please read my last comment? Raymond says. Okay, let me scroll up. Hopefully it's not too far. Still trying to find it. I don't see a comment. If you want to, oh, here, no, that's not you. But someone did ask about a dream vacation. The person who asked me, Raymond, read your last comment. I missed it. If you want to comment again, dream vacation. I would love to go to Europe someday, but I get very car sick, or very motion sick, I should say, on airplanes, so I don't like flying. I actually skipped my flight, my non-refundable flight back from Boston, and spent like $600 to rent a car and drive it back because I did not want to get back on that plane. Let's see. Are broken tablets worth anything? It depends on the brand and model. Typically, anything Apple is worth something, working or not. Some newer, higher-level Samsung and other Android tablets can be worth money broken. What you want to do is look on eBay. Look up the model number of the tablet. And if it's just a cracked screen, write cracked or something like that. And look at sold listings. That'll give you a good idea. What's my store on eBay? Unfortunately, for privacy reasons, I don't give out that info. Take meclizine for air sickness or Benadryl. You'll be good. Well, my problem is I've never taken meclizine or Benadryl, but I've taken Tylenol PM and NyQuil, and both of them knocked me out for about 4 days. I don't like that type of stuff. Hello from Muskegon, Michigan. Hello, Muskegon. I've been there. Why is the screen reversed? I don't know. Because the mirror image, maybe? I have no idea. Do I have any planned road trips? Nothing really in the books right now. I would really like to get back to Albuquerque for the Balloon Fiesta again this year. Visit some family I have down there, but I'm not sure whether or not I will be able to do that. Tammy still wants her crafting stuff. Well, Tammy, I will see what I can do. Why don't you prefer to sell on eBay? Fees too high, or do you get screwed out from a lot of scammy buyers? No, not at all. I have only been scammed once on eBay, and it was a $15 item. And the fees are almost nothing, in my opinion, 10%. I will happily pay 10% to get the number of buyers that eBay has. And I do sell on eBay, but it's a lot easier to sell with local auctions, especially things that just aren't worth much on eBay. College Picker says Tylenol has Benadryl in it, and he also says he remembers the Balloon Fiesta vlog. Wow, I must be getting tired. Yeah, College Picker met up with me in Albuquerque. What was it, 2015, I think? 2014, somewhere in there, and we went to the Balloon Fiesta, and I would love to go again. Let's see. Do you no longer sell on Amazon FBA? I do sell on Amazon FBA, but it is very different and much smaller. On Amazon, my last month's sales were, well, my last 7 days were $286. I used to do that like every hour. My last month selling full-time on Amazon, I did $50,000 in sales, so quite a drop. But the way that Amazon is going, and I don't want to really get into this in this video, but I am not optimistic about it, and I am changing my business model quite a bit. Do another epic road trip with Rakin again. Well, Mr. Rakin is going to have to come out this way because I went out his way last time. Let's see. I think that's about it. Way to help out Mrs. Future Rabbit. No! Stop helping her! What is my net worth? I would really have to figure it out. I really don't keep that close a track on specifically what the numbers are. I can tell you I'm debt-free, if that helps. Let's see. Am I a millionaire? No, I wish. But if I get enough 3 million viewed videos, maybe I will be a millionaire. Do I have a preferred time to list on eBay, and does it make a difference? I found Sunday evenings work the best when you do an auction to have your listings end on Sunday evening. So you could do a 7-day from Sunday evening, a 5-day from Tuesday evening. Always make sure to account for time zones, 4-hour spread across the US. And it froze up again. So I'm hoping you're still able to see this. If not, that is Sunday evenings is when I recommend doing it. So, who buys things from local auctions, flea markets, or someone says can't hear. I think we lost the stream here. Let me see if I can figure this out.